Teachers, what classroom secret almost cost lives? I was a high school chemistry teacher when I caught Vincent skipping class for the 4th time that week. His grades were plummeting, and as his homeroom teacher, I needed to address it. But when I found him behind the school gym, I realized something was terribly wrong. He was shaking, trying to hide fresh bruises on his arms. His usual pristine white uniform was stained with what looked like dried blood. When I approached him, he flinched like I was about to strike him. That's when I knew this wasn't just a case of teenage rebellion. I convinced him to come to my office, promising he wasn't in trouble. For an hour, he sat there silently, staring at his hands. Finally, he looked up with tears in his eyes and told me his stepdad had been beating him and his mom for months. The night before, it had gotten so bad his mom ended up unconscious. Child services had been called twice before, but his stepdad was a respected lawyer who knew how to work the system. Vincent showed me his phone, dozens of unanswered calls to domestic violence hotlines, police reports that went nowhere. His stepdad had threatened to hurt his mom if he told anyone else. I knew I had to do something, but I also knew if I reported it officially, his stepdad would find out. So I started letting Vincent come to my classroom during lunch. I'd give him extra food since he often came to school hungry. Other teachers noticed and started leaving granola bars and sandwiches in my room. For 2 months, this became our routine. Vincent would do his homework in my classroom while I graded papers, both of us pretending this was normal. I started teaching him basic chemistry to catch up on missed classes. His grades slowly improved, but the bruises didn't stop. Then one day, Vincent didn't show up to school. My stomach dropped when I checked my phone during lunch. 3 missed calls from his number. When I finally reached him, his voice was barely a whisper. His stepdad had discovered his phone's call history and completely lost it. His mom was in the hospital, and he was hiding at a friend's house. I knew this was it. I called every contact I had, pulled every string. By evening, I had a lawyer friend who owed me a favor, a women's shelter coordinator, and a police officer I trusted all working together. We moved fast, documenting everything, building a case that even his stepdad couldn't talk his way out of. The next few weeks were chaos. Vincent and his mom moved into emergency housing. His stepdad tried to use his connections to stop the investigation, but our evidence was too strong. The photos, the medical records, the neighbor testimonies, it all came together. The breaking point came when Vincent's mom finally testified. She brought hospital records going back years, documenting every accident she'd had. The judge took one look at those files and ordered an immediate arrest. What happened next shocked everyone. Other victims started coming forward. 3 other women his stepdad had abused. The domestic violence case turned into something much bigger. He lost his law license and was sentenced to 15 years. Vincent and his mom moved in with his aunt in another state. Before they left, he gave me a card thanking me for being the only adult who noticed. Last month, he called to tell me he won his first case, protecting another family from their abuser. He said he couldn't have done it without me, but I think he would have found a way.